Choo-choo. Hello. We're going to have a quickie now, and then I'll be back later on. Hi, Grover Pants. Choo-choo. All right. Hello, friends. Give me just a minute, and I'll get this up. Would I be proud of you using a dehydrator? Yes, I am.
I'm gonna skate over to the Springville Rec Center.
No, it closes in 1 hour. You won't have time. The answer is no. I'm live now. I can't do this.
I'm telling you where I'm going.
Yeah, but you were told yesterday you can't go out. I just literally turned the camera on. All your drama had to be done before I turned the camera on. You're to stay home for the night. Thank you. You can call your dad. We told you that.
I did an entire class.
Call your dad. I'm live now. Call your dad. The answer was no. All right. Let's see. I like that they wait till like you turn a camera on. Like the hope that like she won't want to be embarrassed. So she just can't tell me I can do whatever I want. Nope. We've been much stricter this week. We're rolling with it. So if you follow our Instagram, you go to thisorthatutah.com. You get text alerts from when we go live. I posted videos. So I was in the car facing the backyard, the side yard, and the neighbor's yard. And on our side, there was a bird plucking something. And it looked like a pillow. It was not a pillow. Because I literally got out of the car and stood near the bird, which now I believe was a hawk. Couldn't care less that I was there. Scary bird did not care about me. He was plucking feathers or fur off of another creature. And the creature was definitely moving. I put it on my Instagram stories. Definitely moving. And then I felt bad, so I went to save creature, and I scream at the bird. Doesn't care about me. So I had to shake and scream at him with the hammock, banging it on the ground. Then he got mad at me, took his prey, and flew away with it alive. I tried. Dear creature of the earth, I tried to save you. Didn't work. He took you with him. Because I was like, well, he's only plucked his fur off or his feathers, and it's still moving. So I can save him. And I tried. It could have either been a chicken from the neighbors across the street in the farms. It could have been a bunny. I don't know. It would look gray. So it could have been a bunny. It could have been a squirrel. I don't think it was anybody's animal, but I don't know. It looked like white furry stuff that the hawk was plucking. Did you take the trash out?
I'll take it out.
Well, I asked you to do that.
Well, I'll take it out right now, but Dad said yes.
I don't believe him.
You can ask him.
Okay, we're gonna interrupt the live. Stand here, just for you. You owe me $10 a minute while I do this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, well, you're wasting everybody's time now. You're
calling me.
You're wasting everyone's time now. This is something you should have done long before I went live. Mason, you've had all day to bother me. All day. So you're letting him go somewhere on a skateboard that he can't get home from?
Ethan's mom is going to drive me. Ethan's mom.
Okay, so you're going to go pick him up there? Because it closes in an hour. Are you picking him up there? I'm live. He waited till I went live for this, so I'm live. Okay, you call each other. Work it out. Okay, he's going to pick you up. Call your dad. So the feathers are all over the yard. And yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know what it was that he was going for, but it was something. It was something, all right. So enjoy your dehydrator. Yeah, I've never had to try to save an animal from a hawk before. Okay, so this is a pizza board, and you can slide your pizza or your bread into the oven. And again, I don't know what the creature was, but he took it with him. So, dear creature of the earth, I tried to save you today. He's definitely dead now. He definitely belongs to somebody's dinner. And that's just how it is. All right, here we go. Here goes the pizza oven. Pizza oven transfer station. Pizza oven transfer station. Ugh. All right, I've got to move all this stuff. We have pallets coming in tonight, and so all of this has got to go. So I'm doing a quick live before I go, before Brad comes home. So take your deals, because I need to move all the stuff that's behind me. I need to move all the stuff that's behind me. Here we go, running that. So it's a charger. So I don't know if you've ever experienced getting to watch that. Feel free to share. But that was my first. That was my first time. I'm kind of hoping it's my last time having to watch nature do that. I'm not gonna lie, like it was not enjoyable. Not enjoyable. Not even like a little bit. No. There wasn't like an inch of me that was like, oh, let's do that again. Okay, here is a little projector thing. Little projector that puts little shapes wherever you aim it. Projector. I have to clear all this out of here, so I am offering you deals. Feel free to take them. Alright, let's grab you this one. Loki. I've got Loki here. Is everybody enjoying your day today? Loki. Grover dehydrated today. That's the only thing you guys have shared with me. That's it. That's all I got. One of you learned how to do a dehydrator. The rest of you have done apparently nothing. Apparently the rest of you have just been there. Living large. Okay, here is a case of LA cups. These would be super cute for Easter and Passover to put on the table and put little treats in. This would be super cute. You're getting the entire case. This is a whole case of them. You're getting all of this for $5. Just because I need to clean out from behind me. Brad is bringing in pallets tonight. Oh, it's so easy. You just got to make sure you slice things small and thin enough, but not too thin. And then you have to be prepared to flip the trays or flip the items. And be patient. Okay, some things smell, some things don't. Did they? Yeah, because they're easy. They're not as wet. There were certain things I said that were harder to dehydrate than others. I don't remember what it was, but it was certain things that were a little thicker, a little meatier. Okay, here comes the bar to do exercising with, as seen on TV. Yeah, there's like certain things that are just like a little fatter, more meaty. You know what I mean? Like they have more skin involved and meat. So the air, it just is harder to do. And the more you load the thing, the harder it is for it to do. I don't know. But why would you want to do them? That's the question. Because you got that skin on it and stuff. What are you going to do with them? I don't think it's too wet. It's got a lot of skin on it. So remember, it's got to be able to get inside of it. Oh no, you can look it up. But why would you want to do an orange? I mean, there's the question. What is your reasoning for wanting to dehydrate an orange? That doesn't even sound tasty. I'm just being honest. Doesn't sound tasty. I have so many. I know, but are you going to rehydrate them? Or are you going to eat them dehydrated? Because the idea is a lot of that stuff, you're supposed to rehydrate it. Are you rehydrating the orange? You should look it up. Like, should I freeze them? Can I dehydrate them? Look it up. Google it. I don't know. I have never considered the desire to dehydrate an orange. I'm the one that had grapes, and when I was dehydrated, I was trying this. See if I can do them. I don't think grapes sound like a good idea. No, grapes sound terrible. You're just using a regular dehydrator too, not a freeze dry. Freeze dried oranges would be okay. Yeah, they turn into raisins. Juice them. There you go. Juice them and then freeze the juice. Yeah, that sounds like a way better idea. You dehydrate those, you're going to have that little skin. That's going to be terrible tasting. That skin pulling on it. Oh, and I think it would honestly take a very long time to dehydrate the oranges because you've got all that skin all over it. I know you can't freeze dry certain things because the candy lady has told me before, and the pickles were terrible. They were so salty. So I don't know if people should just be doing cucumbers with nothing on them. I don't know. Okay, here is a phone. As is, all the stuff seems to be there. Yeah, I would juice it. Anything like that doesn't sound very good. And the skin would be weird, would be very strange feeling. I feel like the skin would be like you would never want to eat certain things again. Well, that's a whole different level. Now marmalade is not good. That's got weird chunky stuff in it. No, marmalade has chunky in it. Nobody wants to eat marmalade anymore. It has chunks in it. Your grandma was wrong. That's a chunky situation. Nobody wants to be eating marmalade. That has a texture, not enjoyable. It makes the best orange chicken. So does orange jelly. And apricot jelly actually is better. I'm just letting you know. Apricot, however you want to call it, is better. It's better. Okay? Better. Fruit butters are really easy to make. Jams are much more work. Jellies are even more work because you have to set it. Jams is the second easiest. Butters are the simplest because it's kind of like applesauce. Just letting you know. Oh, I should turn the heater on for later, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should. Okay. Okay, this one needs to be cleaned. You're on your own. It's an oldie, though. It's definitely an oldie. Slow is the goal. Yeah, I make butters. Butters are so easy. Jams are the second easiest, then marmalades, then jelly. And jelly's a hard one because you have to set it. And if you don't set it correctly, you're screwed. It's not like a forgiving item. You make it like applesauce. And you get a crock pot, so it doesn't burn. You can put it on the, hi Vanessa, you can do it on the stove, but you basically, you would take like a whole bunch of apples and just slice them. Some people take the skin off. I don't. And then you would put some brown sugar or some maple syrup and some cinnamon and whatever seasonings you're going to do, like some nutmeg, like look it up, like whatever you're going to do and put it in. generally you don't need water because it's going to come out of the item and it would become super watery. And then you have to cook it and cook it down and cook it down, and then take an immersion blender and start for the skin, start breaking it up, and then you got to pull the seeds out. So some people peel them. I'm a lazy person. I don't peel. I goes in, or else once it's immersioned enough, I sieve it through and then toss it. Same idea if you do raspberries. You would put it all in a pot. Usually use copper. You would put it in the copper pot. You would start to boil it down and immersion it and break it up. So it becomes like a gritty texture, like an applesauce. And you, generally speaking, don't add water because all of these items have water in them, but you can look it up. Same thing with blueberries. You have to use the immersion blender to break up the skin, but you're cooking it for so long that it starts to become translucent, and it just kind of like making tomato sauce. It'll just mix it in. And then once it's cooked enough, you either eat it or you can it. It has to sit for a little bit just so it gets a little bit thicker, but it thickens up pretty quick. Whereas jelly, you have to add the gelatin to it. You have to make sure that it's the right consistency. It's got to sit for X amount of time, and then it's got to set. And jam is the same way. It's got to set, and if it doesn't set correctly, you're SOL. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. I'm just saying it's also not the easiest thing. Okay, we have these in the buy it now. I'm only offering what I have here as a deal. So see the little hole? You can customize them. You're getting a whole box of these. Again, I'm just running deals right this minute real quick before my husband gets home, and then I should be back later. I have to move all this because he is just a minute, please. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to call my kids. They're going to interrupt the live one more time because they didn't interrupt enough. So they're going to interrupt again. Sorry. Sorry. Are you upstairs? Can you explain why you're interrupting the live again? Okay. Okay. All right. Now they're screaming at each other. They're just screaming. I apologize. I'm just going to run this while I handle this. Okay. Yeah. Just gonna run this while I handle this. Here goes this. There are 6 of them. 6 of them running. And this is what you're getting. You're getting these. Sorry. You're getting these. 6 of these. You get 6. You need to come downstairs and just sit here on the floor till your dad comes home. It's not an option. Just walk downstairs and sit. That's it. Thank you. Okay, we'll just call the other child and make him do the same thing. You're going to get 6 of these. 6 of these are going.
Mommy?
Just sit. No, just sit. Just sit.
I said?
Just sit. 6 of these. Hello? Right. Right. Okay. Stop talking. Please stop talking. You're screaming. Please come down. You've interrupted the live twice. You can explain to me what happened and what you broke when I'm done. But you've interrupted twice, so now you need to come down. Thank you.
You should have asked me if you wanted to go.
Oh,
I couldn't find you. Mason, I'm live on camera right now. It's not the time. Just sit down until your dad comes home. You've interrupted.
I would give me permission to go outside.
But it's too late. You didn't go.
No, it's not go. You told me to stay inside and do
we're
work.
live on camera.
This isn't fair. All I did was slip.
We're live on camera. Can you stop?
Mommy,
If you want birth control, I'm here to offer it.
I was at activity days and
I know. Can you wait until after the live, please? I've asked you guys politely. Thank you.
Okay, Mama.
Thank you. Okay. Here is, I'm literally all the way downstairs. Crazy sauce. Okay, here goes the shoe. Let me just take care of this.
Is the heat on? It's cold.
What?
It's cold down here.
I know it's cold down here. Okay. I know. I have the heater on now, though. These are going to be men's size 9. What's what picture, hun? Men's size 9. And these are Ralph Lauren. Oh, it's a graffiti picture. I'll bring it over to you in 1 second. Men's size 9, Ralph Lauren. Men's size 9, Ralph Lauren. Next, we've got this one, which is the graffiti picture. Kind of like a Rubik's, I guess. Could be. There goes this.
Mommy, do you want to hear the story?
And it's yours. What, honey?
Do you want to hear the story about
Minty is currently winning, so you've got seconds to steal it from her.
You want to know what
2
happened?
seconds to steal it from Minty. And go to Minty. Thank you, my love.
You want to know what happened after the live, though?
What?
You want to know what happened upstairs after the live?
He dropped something, and you two had an argument over it.
I'll tell you after the live.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to swipe back in. It goes across the bottom of the screen. Sometimes I get some weird little arrow thing, and so I just leave and come right back. I don't know what that's about. It would have just been more helpful, Walter, if you would have just left him alone.
I did. I was sitting on the couch.
Okay, can you pick up your garbage, please?
I will.
Okay, there's a can behind you. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't control it if you're unable to bid, if they don't let you bid. I don't have any claim to fame on that. All I do is run the live. All right, here goes Lala Loopsy. And she comes with a lovely box and all of her accessories. This is so you can see what's real versus what's fake. These are all real. She comes with all of these toys, and then she's sitting on cardboard. So, Lala Loopsy, and she comes with lots of accessories for crazy hair, the whole thing. I have boys. I don't really understand Lala Loopsy. I just know that girls like her. Girls just wanna have fun. Do 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 do.
I found a new show that's good.
What, honey?
I found a new show that's good.
A stove
Show.
show. Okay, why don't you wait until the food is done in your mouth, and then I'll be able to
There's a
understand you.
new show I like.
Oh, there's a new show you like. What show is it?
It's called Hit or Lose.
What?
Hit or Lose.
Hit or Lose. Fantastic.
It's about baseball.
About baseball. Anyone watch Hit or Lose? Thank you. I have one more, and then there's no more. I'm going to run one more. Running one more. And then give me 1 second to go find the other one real quick. Walter, I need you to scooch just a bit. And once he leaves, you can go upstairs. I just cannot have you two up there doing this right now.
I want to play the PS4. I want to play the PS4.
Well, the solution would have been to just stay away from him.
I did. I was on the couch.
Okay, it doesn't sound like that. Go
Can I
ahead.
not sit on my own couch?
You kind of were having an argument. It was very loud.
No, wait. I'll tell you the whole story.
All right, tell us all the story right now.
I was sitting on the couch.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to put this in the box for you.
Eating my food. Then he came in and like, do you want to see a high kick? And I'm like, no. He's like, yes, you do. And then he tipped the sofa vaccine. You know, like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Then he says, and then he like fell, and you know the black thing in the picture like behind it.
Yeah.
He like fell into the black thing and moved, and then the picture fell down.
Is it cracked?
Was there glass on it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, I need you to stop and go right over here. Call your dad and tell him that he's kicking and punching the couch and glass.
He already knows.
No, and call him and tell him
Oh,
they're falling, so he needs to tell him to stay home.
No, it's easy.
It's not, and let him know he did it this afternoon too. He needs to tell him to stay home. He's the one who told me he could go out. He needs to tell me he needs to stay home now.
Oh, Dad, you know how
Okay. All during the live he did this. All right, oil goes in here, friends, and then this is a massager, and you just massage the oil on yourself or your loved one. It can be sexy. It could be not sexy. Either way, you're just going to put essential oil right in the little top, and then it's going to come through, and you're just going to roll it on during massaging. So the person or you is going to get the massage features of the agate-like ball, but then the essential oils are going to come with it. And I believe this is the last one we have. We used to carry a lot of these. We're going to run it for $5. There it goes for $5. Our oldest son, he's 15. He's about 6'4", and he's really not grasping like how tall he is. And today's experimenting is punching the sofa, and I keep telling him he's going to crack it because he's punching it with boxing gloves on, like hard. And so apparently while I was live, he's now doing kung fu kicks into it and knocked himself down and objects. He's not understanding me. You can't do this inside. You're 6'4". There's no inside kung fuing at 6'4". You honestly would think by the time children are 15, you wouldn't have to explain all this crap. You kind of, like, the assumption here as an adult and a parent is that once a human reaches, like, the teen years, you assume that they are going to have enough common sense that these are common sense situations, but it's not. Never, I've learned, never assume that people will have common sense, especially your children. They will not. Do. No, they have no common sense. No common sense. It's crazy. And the more you keep saying no, the worse it gets. It's just like, I honestly think that they do it just so that you seriously will just be like, go away. Go away and go do whatever you want to do. I've had enough. Go away. But we've been really strict this week. We've been like, no. We've gone and picked him up from all the places that he goes this week. Yeah. This week we've embarrassed him and we picked him up from all of the places at 9 o'clock. And he's so annoyed because he's like, why are you picking me up? And we're like, we told you 9 o'clock and you're not home. So we're going to pick you up. Okay, this is for you or the kids to shoot outside. It goes 125 feet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still disturbed by the bird that was killing its prey in the yard. I'm gonna see that for a while because the feathers are out there. It doesn't rain very much here. So now the feathers or the fur is gonna stay in my yard. It's still winter here. It's not like gonna go anywhere. Unless, I guess if it snows on top of it, but we don't get a lot of rain. Utah is still the desert. So it's literally going to stay right next to my kid's trampoline. I'm kind of glad that I scared it away because it probably would have left the corpse. It would have. It would have left the damn corpse. I would be staring at the dead, whatever it is. I would have. Admit it. I would have been staring at this dead animal. So I'm glad that I scared it away, but I'm still disturbed. Okay, here comes Paris. And, oh, this way. Paris goes this way. So we actually applied for a rental yesterday, but the guy was so weird. He told my husband, he's like, well, whatever comes first, a renter or someone to buy my house. Like, that's not like an easy feeling. Then he told my husband he wants a deposit by Friday. And I was like, okay. And then he was hounding him for us to fill out an application thing. So we did it, but now he hasn't answered us back. Like, this is like nutsy cuckoo. I can't stand it. So now we're going to go through this again. So I told my husband to call him tomorrow. Okay, brush your teeth. I said we're just going to let it lie for another day. Brush your teeth. And to think we can just give you a deposit in 24 hours, that's crazy, nutsy cuckoo too. That's like, not crazy. All right. But he is bringing stuff. He's supposed to, I don't know if he's going to be able to empty the car, of the pallet. So he's supposed to bring the old shop stuff down here. So I have to make room around me. So that's what we're doing right now. And then I'm going to go up and handle dinner now that the teenager has had his tantrums live on camera. We always ask him, like, please don't do this on camera. And he does it every time. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I wouldn't want to do that on camera. I would save my tantrums for privacy. Is that my view? The window? That's a window. The window? Or these things? You talking about these things? Those? Oh, where is that? That's my view driving. That's the main road near my house. Yes. Oh, yes. It's the road right by the house. I post pictures all the time on Instagram. I'll do a new one this week for the next lives that I set up. Let's see which one I can do for you. Let's see. Oh, not that. You want this one this week? That's the view outside my house. That's when you walk right outside the house. No, I don't have any Sonic toys. Sorry. Here's the house we rent. Here. That's right outside the house. You want that? You want that as my picture? The next one, and that's across the street at the farm. That's why we moved to Utah. There's the farm across the street. That's the opposite direction, going towards the main road. That's the mountain that's in the picture that you see. That one. It's hard because you forget sometimes that other people don't have mountains. Like, I lived in Florida. This is the fish. Look what the fish did to the cucumber. You guys, the fish eat vegetables. Who knew? The fish eat the freaking vegetables. Who knew? Nobody told me. I like Laguna Beach. Laguna's really pretty. Grover lives in Colorado. She's full of mountains. But people who have mountains forget about people who don't have mountains. But like when I lived in Florida, we have nothing. We had nothing. Jamie has nothing, apparently. You had nothing, right, Jamie? Nothing. No, I went to school in Albany. It's boring up there. I'm so sorry for you. It is boring. Let's not lie. It is boring. And cold and depressing. And the people suck. Tell everybody the truth. They suck. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's just the truth. I just speak the truth, you guys. Don't get insulted. Okay. These are men's 10, women's 11 and a half. And these are expensive shoes. These are Corey's. These are like really pricey shoes. Men's 10, women's 11 and a half, Corey sneakers. Right? Is that what they're called? Curry's. Curry's, I don't know. Well, that's a little extreme. You should chop some of your foot off. I don't actually even believe you. That's really extreme. That's not normal. Chop your foot. Chop, chop. Ain't nobody got time for a foot that big. You're just going to have to cut it. It's not acceptable of your foot. Yeah, figure that out. Have a talk with your foot. Yeah. Oh. Okay. You say so. I don't know. Can't see the whole picture. Don't know. Don't know if I believe you or not. I kind of don't believe you, but my kid is 6'4". Okay, give me a minute. Here's the Christmas sign. Anybody want that? 3, 2, 1. All right, we gotta put that away. Shoes, gotta get those back down for you. Okay. I have 5 rooms down here that we are completely cleaning out. I have no idea what's here. Everything that's here is gonna go. And then we have all the new stuff is upstairs. Men's 10, women's 11 and a half. Men's 10, women's 11 and a half. Men's 10, women's 11 and a half. We'll go one more time. Men's 10, women's 11 and a half. Okay, here's some antlers. Technically, these are for your dogs. You can put them on your friends, your chickens, your squirrels, whatever you want. You're getting 2 of them for $3. Whatever you want, whoever you want can wear them. Everybody, you can put it on everybody. Put it on anybody. Put it on everybody. Whatever you want to do. This is an LED tracing board. Plug it in, off you go. LED tracing board. LED tracing board. Maybe you want to become a tracer. It's a good word. I made it up. All right. Let's see if I'm even able to move this. This one weighs a lot. Give me a minute. All right. We'll cut that open during the live and find out what's in that. All right, next is a hot cocoa bar. Hot cocoa bar is running. Hang on one sec. All right, nobody wants a hot cocoa bar right now. No problem. All right, this is a Tripod as is. You're getting a tripod as is. Anybody want a tripod? Tripod as is. Need a scissor. We'll cut the box open and see what we got for you. Oh, some kind of box. Let's find out what you get. It's heavy. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I gotta flip it. Master carton. 17 pounds. Okay. Trying to get it out for you. Alright, what it says is home and kitchen. So, see if I can find out what you got here. Okay. Comes with a lid. It's a cast iron pot with a lid. Hang on one second. Anybody want this cast iron? I have to put it in if you want it. And I will weigh it for you. Well, it says on there what it is. Hold on. It's 15 pounds. Does anybody want the cast iron? 15-pound cast iron. Anybody want it? 15-pound cast iron. Here's the lid. Anybody want it? Let me know. Okay. I'm gonna move the box. Oh, hold on one second, please. They bring me stuff and they just put it all around me. And so what happens is when I'm walking, I bang into whatever they've done. So now I knock down all sorts of these freaking stickers. All right. Whew. And he needs me to hand him something. I don't even see it. I asked Brad to print something at work, and apparently he didn't. One second. All right. I know. Yeah, well, no, it's not okay because I asked him at work to print something for our son and he didn't do it. So, all right. Let me see if I can find this printer for him. You know, I had it live. Oh, it's right here. It's right in front of me. Oh, now the TV, now the YouTube is playing. Okay. Everybody should have this fun in life, right? Yep. Everybody. Okay, here's Indiana Jones. Oh, now we lost the screen. There it is. Do. Here is this one. Okay, here goes this one. It's Hallmark. Anybody want the Hallmark? Oh my gosh, why doesn't he just answer the question? All right, here goes this one. Hallmark. Do. All right, let's move this box and see what's under this one. Uh-oh. Hold on, we have a water glue, because that's a great item to put there. All right, let's see what we... Woohoo! Let's see what we got under that box. Let's see what Brad gave us under there. There's a color chart. If you want a painting color chart, I got you. Running it for $1. Color chart. Everything has to go. We are preparing that sometime between tomorrow and July. We are very short notice going to be moving. We started the process, but once it's done, we won't have much warning. Here's Barbie, an old Barbie coloring book. Old Barbie coloring book. I think I'm just going to stay on right now while he brings me down the stuff instead of coming back. So, old Barbie coloring book. Nobody loves Barbie? You guys, stop it. Somebody here collects Barbie. Somebody here collects Barbie. I'll send out the text alert. It's coming from thisorthatutah.com if you ever want to get text alerts when we go live. I didn't send one because I thought we were going to stay on for like a really short amount of time. So, I didn't send one. All right, there goes Barbie. Bye, Barbie. All right, let's see what's next in here. Pro Golf Tin. Pro Golf Tin. Nobody wants the Pro Golf Tin. We'll run it again. Anybody want the Pro Golf Tin? Pro Golf Tin. Here is some ornaments. Nobody wants all the ornaments? Okay. Next, we've got this pretty little Christmas tree. I have one like this, and what I do, where's my pocket? What I do is I keep little things, little stuff in it like that. That's what I do. It's glass. It's really pretty. It is etched on, and that's what I do. I just keep pretty little stuff in it, and I like it. It's in our bathroom. I just think it's really sweet to have. But, you know, that's me. Next.
Where's this one?
Next, we've got the cardinal. Here goes the cardinal. Anybody want the beautiful cardinal? This is Chief Joseph from Hallmark. I'm going to have other ones. So if you think this is something you would enjoy collecting, this is an old Hallmark doll. And this one is Chief Joseph. Chief Joseph. And then I have, these are from 1979. Famous Americans Series 1, 1979. I have George Washington, Ben Franklin, Chief Joseph. There's more. Somewhere here I have more. I have Amelia Earhart and Babe Ruth for sure in one of these bins. Okay, so I've got Chief Joseph, George Washington, Ben Franklin, 1979. You get all of these dolls, and then you can grab the other ones as soon as I find them. So Jamie can go try to make $1 million, whoever wants them. You get all 3 of them, and then you can try to grab the other ones. Tomorrow, I should be able to do both platforms, by the way, if he's bringing me down stuff. Okay, these are beaded fruit. Usually I sell them individually. I'm just going to do the whole bag. So if you'd like a whole bag of beaded fruit, we are clearing out in preparation for, at some point, we should be able to move. Beaded fruit. Anybody want a whole bag of beaded fruit? Beaded fruit. Okay, these are size 40, which is a 9. Size 40, which is a 9. Brand new sneakers, size 40, which is a 9. I think I have a 6 also. Women's size 40, brand new. Women's size 40, brand new. Geranium oil. Goes geranium oil. Make your skin glow a little. These are measuring cups. Measuring cups. Anybody want a Christmas tree measuring cups? This just needs a little cleaning. Needs a little cleaning. Anybody want to grab this? Nobody loves it. Hello, you want that in the bin? Okay, hold on 1 second. I gotta grab a bin for you to do your bundle. Okay, 1 second, my dear. There we go. Okay, you're grabbing this. Do you want the snowman or the tree measuring cuppy things too? Does anybody want that cast iron pot? Anybody want the cast iron pot? Okay, we're gonna run another box of these. Okay, sure, the measuring cup. Okay, so I've got the trees for you. I've got the trees for you and the snowman. If you just want one, let me know. Okay, next I'm going to run the whole box of these. You got it, my dear. Hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 sec. Okay, we're going to run the whole box of this. There you go. I'm only doing this because I have this one case inside here. I do have more. I don't know how many, and they're in the buy it now. I'm offering you a better price. You can put whatever you want using the circle indent. You can leave it, or you could put people's names and initials and their favorite emojis. You could do whatever you want. You're getting 6 of these acrylic snowmen ornaments. You could resell them if you want. You're getting them cheap, like cheaper than the store. But I'm just clearing out because we have to be at a place where we can move if necessary. Because between now and July, we are moving. So I have to start that process. We don't know if we're going to move close or far. So right now I'm in a place where I don't know, like the situation of like how little we have to have or what we can take until we get closer. Cookies for Santa, and I don't want to be in that position where we get close to it and I have to make the call. Cookies for Santa, that would go cute with your stuff, Jamie. Just because it's not fun to do that at the end. It's very stressful and you run out of time and you don't do it the way you want. And we never plan. So I'm trying to be a planner this time. I'm trying. Jamie, do you want this with your stuff? It just needs to be hooked back on. I'm just going to hold it. It goes with your theme. Otherwise, I'm going to run it. Okay, go with Jamie's with her theme. Themed house for Jamie. Woohoo! Lucky Jamie. Yeah, we've never been planning. So Brad and I, we are trying to be adults this time. We'll see how this goes. If you want this and no one bids on it, let me know if it's going in your bin. It goes with your theme. We have more Christmas stuff that will come down including all of the ornaments that are on the tree in the shop upstairs. Those are vintage ornaments. And if you want the whole box of them, I paid $25 for it here on Whatnot. You can take the whole thing for what I paid for it. Jamie, do you want this in your bin? Your Christmas bin. Here goes little polar bear tray. There goes Mr. Polar Bear. I think I have more than one of these in this box. Not 100% sure. Just waiting for Brad to start bringing the stuff down. Let's see if he's close to bringing stuff down. I hear lots of feet. Lots of feet up there. All right, what's next in this bin? Garland. We've got popcorn garland. Popcorn garland going. Cheaper than the Hobby Lobby. Popcorn garland going. Anybody want a popcorn garland? I mean, you can hang it, but you could totally wear this. You could totally wear this out. I'm sure people would stare at you, but I'm confident that you can make it work. Popcorn garland. Anybody like, that's a great idea. I'm going to wear that. That's going to be my new sash. Yep. You just wear this out. Like a shawl. You just, you just wear the popcorn garland. Fancy pantsy. Avon bottle. Avon bottle with the box. Anybody want to collect Avon? It's an oldie. Vintage Avon bottle. And there's the bottle. I think it was soap. I don't think it's perfume. No, it's perfume. It's a perfume bottle.
5 minutes.
Is the printer working?
Working on it right now.
All right, well, it's on my computer.
You need 3 minutes to figure out where the paper goes, and then you should be able to
Where the what?
give it 3 minutes so I can figure out where the paper goes.
Where the paper goes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a tricky one?
It goes through the back.
Oh, the other one took me a little while to figure out. This is for kids. It's a ribbon. For ribbon dancing, or an adult. You could be a ribbon dancer. It doesn't have to just be the children. All the adults here, you can ribbon dance. Woo! Woo! Woohoo! Ribbon dance. You can now be a ribbon dancer. You can be the Whatnot ribbon dancer. That would be amazing. All right, we're going to go again with this expensive pan that you just need to clean. Here goes the expensive pan that you need to clean. I don't think it's a Revere. I don't think it's Revere, but you need to clean it. You just need to clean it. I feel like you asked me to find this ribbon thing before, and I couldn't find it. I'm telling you, I have some sort of recollection of you asking me to find that, and I said that the first time I thought, but you never answered me. You never answered me. It was like I was being ignored. It was like I was talking to my children. Do you want this with your Christmas land? Do you want the Kurt Adler pick? Here is a pack of 3D polar bear cards. These are not cheap. They're hard based. They're 3D polar bear postcards. You're getting the entire pack. There's a lot here. This is a crap ton. Here goes if you want this one. Hold on one second. Here go. He wants me to try printing the kids' stuff, but he's upstairs with the computer. How does he expect me to do that from down here? I don't have the computer. All right, there goes this one. Worst case is if we can't find a place to go in time, we'll just have to make an agreement and re-sign the lease here. I don't think they're going to fix anything, though. So I think we'll be stuck again with the same problems for another year. Like I can, now that I moved all those things and I stand right here, it's like the amount of cold air coming from this window is insane. Like nothing is insulated. When Walter is down here, he said, sitting down here, it's cold. The floor is cold. The room is cold. I have heat coming from there. I have a heater on over here. It shouldn't be that cold. All right, here. Oh, we did this one. No, we didn't do this one. Here's the seals. Anybody want the whole pack of seals? Anybody want the seals? Okay. All right, now these superpowers. Did you figure out what you're gonna do with your oranges? Did you check to see if people dehydrate them? Because I still don't think they do. You're getting a whole bag of picks. These are from Kurt Adler. They're normally about $8 a pick. You're getting an entire bag of them, and they're retired. Jamie didn't say if she wants them in her bin, so I ran them. If you want them in your bin, though, let me know. What do we have in the bite now while I'm doing this? I'm going to run the scarves on flash sale, and we're going to do a percentage off. We're going to do the scarves at 30% off, and we're going to do them for a minute and 30 seconds. So while I'm running stuff, those are going to run for you in the buy it now, and you can go grab them on sale. Just get some scarves. I can do what? What can I do? This is an old G.I. Joe. You might be able to make $1 million on him. Old, oh, you can. It still sounds disgusting. Old G.I. Joe. I feel my answer was the best. Why? And are you going to rehydrate them? Like, what are you going to do with them? Like, ew. For tea. Oh, well, that wouldn't be so bad, I guess. I don't know. For snack. I don't think I'd want to eat it like that. Try it and see what happens. That's all you can do. Here is a Darth Vader. I dehydrated something and I've never done anything with it. It might be the strawberries. It might be the strawberries that are still sitting in a jar. Ew, I don't know if I'd want the rind in my tea, but okay. Try it. Here it goes. I dehydrated a lot of stuff and I did nothing with a lot of it. Like it's still in a jar. Like I still have it in my cupboard because when you dehydrate things, just in case you guys didn't know this, it's pretty much good until the apocalypse. Like it's like astronaut food. It's just good. Like like nothing's gonna happen to it. So it's just sitting there. Like, I have dehydrated milk. I think I have eggs too in my cold room down here. And we're going to find out when we go to clean out the storage room of inventory behind that room. It's all coming out. As soon as you guys clear this room, that's coming next. Okay. Little soldiers. Little knights and soldiers. Toys. Little knights and soldiers. Anybody want some knights and soldiers? Like maybe you haven't found Prince Charming. He could be in the bag. Prince Charming could be in the bag. Good. He could be in the bag. No, botulism happens from fresh food and food with certain types of food in your pantry. We do. We have 3,800 square feet. We have 5 rooms down here on the first floor. No, because if you're dehydrating stuff, it takes all the air and the water out, just like freeze drying. And if you can it or you Mylar bag it correctly, or you freeze it, it's pretty much a staple for life. Flour would go bad. It's not going to give you botulism, but it's going to go bad because it goes rancid. Sugar never goes bad. Salt never goes bad. Honey can't go bad. Oil will become sour and funky because of the oils and the nuts and everything in it. Just depends on what you're eating. But no, if she's dehydrating her food properly, storing it, it would be hard for it to go bad. That's why people dehydrate and freeze dry a lot of stuff, is for food prepping. For the apocalypse. It's a big thing in Utah. Food prepping in Utah is a huge deal. And people don't tell how much food they have, where they store it, because for fear that people will come and steal it. Here's this tray. They're not marked. That's a big thing here in Utah, is to store up food, canned food, all sorts of food, date it, and always have stuff that doesn't go rancid or bad. And then you don't tell anybody where your food is. Like dried nuts, dried beans. Dried beans will never go bad. Rice isn't going to go bad. It's not about being paranoid. It's that they believe that you should have enough food to take care of you and your neighbor, your family and your neighbor, in case something were to happen, like COVID, when there was no food on the shelf, or you lose your job, or you get super sick, like I'm sick right now, so I should have enough food that if we couldn't afford it, if we lost our job, all those people losing their jobs right now, if you lost your job, you would have enough stored away in your freezers and your storage food room of staples and essentials like paper towels and toilet paper and food and clean, that you would be okay and not need to go to the store. If there's a pandemic, if there's apocalypse, if there's a shortage, all the reasons. It's for all of the reasons, not just the future, not just like the crazy reasons. When we were shopping for a house, we went in a house with more food than we could eat in 2 years. Yeah. That's because that's what people do. So it's considered a food prepping thing. It's not just like extreme couponing, which I did for a long time. That's a whole different situation, and I can explain that. But food prepping is for many reasons. It's for an apocalypse. It's for a food shortage. It's for a pandemic, which we've already had once. And it's for if you get sick. It's for if you lose your job. It is also for you to help your neighbor or your loved ones, your family, if something were to happen to them. So it is, and in case of emergency, always have enough. Now, with food prepping, though, there are rules about, like, you should have it for this amount of time, kind of like a hurricane prep. You should have enough food to last for X amount of time, and that's different for every family on what they believe they should have. Like Nicole's people probably wanted enough for 1 year. So it's just based on how long do you want to have survival. These people have like 40, 50-gallon drums of water. Yes, because that's food prepping for survival. Because what if there was a contaminated water and you couldn't drink your water? Which happens sometimes. Like I lived in Florida for 20-something years. When a hurricane, before I had city water and a hurricane would come and knock the power out, I had no water because I had a well and my pump couldn't run. So the year that we had 3 hurricanes back to back, I had no water for 30 days running into my house. So I had to try to get water from other situations, even my hose, whatever I could pull. So because I couldn't get water into my house because the pump didn't work. So people have water in their food prep. They have it in jugs and they have it in gallons so that they can bathe, drink, brush teeth, all the things, flush, because they're prepping for, and they do dump them out and refill them, and they put like bleach or other stuff in them. They do it, or they collect it from the rain. They do it in case, like when I lived in Vegas, the water was running out. They do it in case there's no water or all the water is contaminated, which has happened in places before. So that's part of people who prep. It's called food prep. People who prep. So you have to have everything. So you got to have water. You got to have paper towels. You got to have toilet paper. You got to have cleaning products. You got to have food, and you have to have liquid. And the liquid would be water being number one, because you can't rehydrate your eggs. You can't egg powder. You can't rehydrate your milk. You can't drink and live. You can't put your electrolytes in any. You need water. So that's what it's for. That's why they had the water. Now you know. Now you have something you can think about. Do you want to food prep? Some people really, really strongly believe in it. And I guess in some ways we've lived through situations that say you should, but we don't have. We have empty water containers outside that someone gave to us and we've never used. It's a lot of work. The water, Dunder Mifflin, the water prep is a lot of work. You have to put it somewhere specific. It's not supposed to sit directly on the floor. You have to keep it from going bad. It's a whole freaking thing. The water is the hard one. I don't do the water because it's a lot of work. And I don't know. I'm not like into the work. Buying some food and putting it on a shelf in a cold room or a pantry or in a garage, I can handle that. Checking it every so often and checking the dates and rotating it, because then you got to eat it. Like if it's getting near its date.
You go to Walmart.
I can do that. Why?
Because this printer's popping in error with the paper for some reason.
Can you just fix it, please?
I'm working on it. I'm going to go get ink right now.
Why couldn't you just print his paper?
I forgot.
At work?
It was a mistake.
Here's these two. Jamie, you might want these for your collection. Yeah, the rolling things would be good. You're right. The rolling things would be really good. Here in Utah, because it's a big part of Mormonism, they have a place where anybody can go. You don't have to be Mormon. And they will let... Oh, that's nice. They will let people come in and buy stuff from them. And then they'll prep it into containers that keep it from going bad. Or you can go do it yourself. You can even bring your food there and containerize it. They have canisters, special canisters that you can do to keep it from going bad. Yeah, see, Ladybug goes there. They have already done dehydrated food and ready to go staples that don't really ever go bad. And if they do, it has like a 60-year shelf life. And you can buy it really, really cheap. Like they give it to you on the way down low because they prepare it all themselves. They have their own chickens and everything. And so they sell it Super, super cheap. They sell really good hot chocolate. Hot chocolate does go bad the fastest because chocolate goes bad, goes rancid. So they sell it on a super, super cheap. And then they have volunteers who come in and pack it all so it doesn't cost them any extra. And you can buy it there. Or you can bring your own stuff there and pay them for the materials. And there's a room. I've never gone. I guess I should go, right, Ladybug? I should go see this. And you can pack it up yourself in these Mylar type containers and canisters, and or you can pay them to have them do it for you so that you can have it. Because dehydrated stuff lasts a long time. So like her dehydrated apples are going to last a really long time. It's just once she opens it, she needs to repack it correctly so it doesn't go bad. But it's cheap. It's cheap and it lasts, you know. It's kind of like bunker food. The idea is you could rehydrate the apples though. So you could take your water from your water jug thing and rehydrate them if you had to. Most people who food prep live with the idea. Oh, okay, we almost lost all the waves. Live with the idea that they need to have enough to survive for like a year underground or in their house. Not even necessarily underground. It could be in your house, but it's the idea that you could survive with no money or little money for a year off of what you have. When you rehydrate them, yeah. I've never rehydrated them. I've eaten them dehydrated. You know, they're like chewy. I've eaten dehydrated apples. And the apples, they grow them themselves. So they're able to offer the apple canisters that she's getting really, really cheap. Okay, you're getting a whole case of these. They are usually like $8 to $10 at the store. Brand new. They are from the teen store. And you're getting the whole box. You know, between the several type of recessions we've had since 2020, with the economy and the cost of food going up several times, the shortages we've had, all the years I've seen the shortages from the hurricanes, then we had the COVID situation and the inflation situations that have happened, and now things, I don't know if it's such a bad idea. I mean, having enough for your family to survive at home isn't a terrible idea because you never know when you're going to get sick. You don't know when someone will lose their job. You don't know if someone's going to rob the bank. You don't know if we're going to go into a depression. You don't know if another pandemic will happen. You just don't know. Who thought eggs would become $13 for a carton of eggs? And people would be selling Lucy's like they used to sell cigarettes. Like nobody thought. So I don't think it's such a bad idea, like just to have it. The water, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just don't have the patience to prep the water jugs and maintain them. But I think those people are smart because they're the ones who are going to be able to handle themselves. You have a good supply of potatoes, rice, beans, and noodles, all dehydrated, right? Because my potatoes always go bad. In Utah, my potatoes and my onions never last really long. In other states, I can like store a bag of potatoes for months and onions. But here, for some reason, even if I put them in a cold place, and I don't put them near each other, so I don't know what it is. I'm thinking it's the onions that we get brought in. It must be something about them. Kind of like when I get avocados here, they're like really slightly frozen and start, and then I got to eat them fast or they're gone. Like I don't get a lot of life out of that time with them. Okay. But yeah, pasta doesn't go bad. If you guys didn't know that, really doesn't go bad. It's dehydrated. It's going to live for a long time. It's probably going to live longer than you will. Your pasta is going to have a life after you. Jamie, do you want this? There's beans in the bottom of it. Super, super cute, you guys. Yeah, it's not such a bad idea. How many times have you now, since COVID, gone to the store and there's like none of the pasta you love on the shelf? No pasta sauce. Bread shortages. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. stockpile. There you go. You have a stockpile. Couponing stuff. If someone knows I have 60 bottles of laundry soap, yep, there you go. I think that's why I don't think it's weird, because I did extreme couponing for so long, and I always had a stockpile. I had 100 boxes of Band-Aids. I didn't need 100 boxes of Band-Aids, but I had them. Do you know that they put the Band-Aids expire on the bottle? But I'm starting to go back to that mindset again. But coupons aren't what they used to be anymore. But I am going back in my mind about it. Like, I should have a stockpile like I had from couponing. Because you go to these stores now and, like, there's no freaking cheese. Where did all the damn cheese go? Who took all of it, you know? Like toilet paper. Now, I do overbuy toilet paper still, and I get deals because that saved me for COVID. And that's ingrained in me from couponing. For some reason, the paper towels and the toilet paper and the shampoo and all that stayed ingrained in me. The rest of it, I've kind of relaxed about. Okay, this is a whole box of roasted almonds. You're getting the whole box. I don't know what these little fluffies are. I keep getting crap all over me. Okay. You're getting the whole thing. Whole thing instead of me breaking it up and selling them individually. Again, we are clearing out down here. I only bring new stuff upstairs. Anybody want the whole box? Here's some children's books. You get all of them. There was one that makes noise. Hold on. Here it is. This is a really good book. Okay, this one makes noise. Needs batteries, probably. You're getting all of the books. I think we lost Jamie unless she wants this in her bin. I've called her name a few times. Anybody want them? Anybody want them? I gotta figure out where to put them. Give me a minute. There we go. Put them up there. Brad's taking quite a considerable amount of time to bring me down the stuff because we have to still make dinner. Now he's going to the store because he didn't print Walter's homework at work. I asked him multiple times and he said, I'm doing it. And I asked him to print the homework because the printer wasn't working. Now he's going to the store to get ink for a printer that we don't know if it'll fix it. I gave him a brand new printer while I was standing here, and he can't figure out where to put the paper, so he's giving it up. Okay. This is a toy bin. The picture is here when I run it. You can click it and open it to see what this looks like. Here goes the toy bin. Anybody want the toy bin? So you can hang your animals or your kids' toys up and have them out of the way. Oh, yeah, that's what I was avoiding. I do not want flying toys everywhere. Pieces of toy bin. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Lots of nuts. All right, next. For which one, JJ? The toy bin? It ran at 15. Here, honey. Is it the toy bin you're asking? There it goes again for you. I thought we had 2 of them, but I don't know where the other one is, so I can't run the other one right now. So as of right now, I have 1. They're pretty pricey normally. Do you want me to run it again for you before I flip it to the next thing? Whew, it's getting cold down here. Oh, this heater needs to crank up more. Do you want me to run it again? We're supposed to try to put the heater right here, but I have a lot to move still. During the live, I'm supposed to get all this stuff moved, but now I'm realizing we have to get to the plug for the heater. No idea if I'm going to get to that. Okay, here goes. This one, yeah, Jamie, they were really pricey when I looked them up. So if you want it, grab it, because I'm not going to get them again. Here you go. Toy bin running one more time. Again, if you click the picture, it will open up the stuffed animal and toy organizer. It's super cute. I saved one to put in Walter's room. He likes pink, so it was a win-win, and I can throw his stuffed animals in it. And then if he doesn't want it, I have some stuffed animals in the shop upstairs, and I can put them in there. All right, here goes this. I also thought you could put socks in it. I think that would be a good idea, too. Like, just chuck them in like a football. Throw them right in. Okay, there goes this guy. There you go. Anybody love it? Here comes a tree. There goes a tree. Anybody want the sparkly tree? We're going to run it again. Running the tree again. All right, hang on one second. I think I have a live scheduled right after this. Yeah, let me just move it because for some reason I thought I would do one and then come back and do another one. So we'll just use this one for Friday. One second. Okay. Ant Farm comes with a certificate to get ants. This comes with a certificate to get the ants. Ant Farm. Hang on. This is not going to work right here. Let's find a different place to put this safely. All right. Then we've got a Kate Spade bag if somebody still wants that. Here's the chargers. 4 chargers. Do, 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 do. There goes the Chargers, 4 of them. We'll run them one more time. 4 Chargers. 4 Chargers. All right, next I have, what do we have here? We have more sports cards. All right, I thought all the sports cards were done and gone, but lucky you, we have one more box here. Okay, so, and we offered it to the nice gentleman who got them. He got a lot of cards. We dropped it off for him. So, this is mostly soccer. I mean, I see a few Pokemon cards. There's like a random Pokemon card in there. A few other sports in here, but it's mostly soccer. So this is the box. This is over 100 pounds of cards. So I'm just going to run it. Hi, Kenny. I'm just going to run it at 5 pounds each. So if you want the soccer cards, they're totally mixed. We're going to grab it. We're going to throw it in your box exactly the way you see it at 5 pounds. We're not going to look at your cards. We're not going to sort your cards. We're not going to do anything with your cards. You're going to get 5 pounds of cards, and you can burn them, love them, trade them, sell them, cut them, glue them on the wall, whatever your heart desires. They are your cards. We don't know yet. We're preparing to move tomorrow, between tomorrow and July, wherever it may be. Okay, there you go. We just don't think we can stay in this house. That's when our lease is up. Okay, more of the cards. If you want the cards, I now have another box of open cards. Okay. We are trying to be adults, Kenny, and plan. We have 3,800 square feet to go through. I have 5 rooms down here on the first floor, but if we get a transfer for the job now, we'll have 2 weeks to deal with all this. So we're hurrying to get ourselves in a position this month where if it happens, we can go. We actually might not have time to plan it, but we'll see. Yeah, the house has a lot of problems. We pay a lot of money for it too, and it has a lot of problems. Get outside and launch. And Brad's driving an hour without traffic, or I don't make the caramels. I buy them from a company. I can run them. I can run a mixed bag for you if you want. I don't make caramels. We have a company that does it. You gotta have kettles. You gotta have like a warehouse. It's kettles. It's huge vats to make caramels. Like that's a serious like thing. Yeah, no, you don't. Where would I make caramels? Caramels require, it's like different than jam and all that kind of stuff. You need huge vats and machines to make caramels properly. Okay, it's more machinery than making fudge. Okay, here goes. These, if you want them, but I can run it for you if you want. I can run you a pound of caramels. I can run you whatever you want. $20 worth, $50 worth, $30 worth, whatever you want. Yeah, so he's driving. So like on a night with traffic, it could take him an hour, or snow, it could take him an hour and a half to 2.5 hours to get home. So he wasn't transferred to Salt Lake when we moved here. So we need to be closer. We live pretty far from Salt Lake. It's a lot of driving every day on him. So we're looking at all of the options, Ladybug, and we're going to take the one that happens between now and July. But we did apply for a house near Kenny. So we'll see if the guy gives it to us. I just sounded really wishy-washy because he was like, whatever comes first, a renter or to sell the house. He works in West Valley. He works for UPS. He's an on-road supervisor, so he has to go in the trucks or follow in his car. Okay, and we live out near Salem and Santaquin. Okay, these are wigs. You're getting an entire box of them if you want. I'll run them singly, but if you want a whole box, you can have a whole box. When we took this job, he worked in Orem, so it was a lot closer when we took this house, but he got a nice promotion, but it came with a huge drive. Okay, this comes, gross. You can have this if you want. It just won't come off my hand. You get a hair net. These are really expensive wigs. Okay, so you're going to get a wig just like this. They're nice wigs. I'm not putting it on. I have a hair clip in my hair and I don't feel like taking it out. Here you go. One wig. And then if you want the entire bin, I'm going to run that too. One wig. Anybody want one wig? Before I run the bin. And they're all very well done. Okay, I don't wear wigs, but I know people who do. Here's the whole entire thing. There are so many wigs in this box.
Your time is done.
I don't know what that means.
We're done walking.
Okay, here comes all this. Why?
Because we have to make dinner. I have to make dinner.
Okay, and you can't do that with your dad?
Hey, I know what to do.
Well, you have to have Daddy help tell you what to do to make the ravioli.
I need your help.
And then your chicken.
You're coming. Okay.
Thank you, Alana Sparkle.
You're coming.
You're quite bossy.
Come on.
You're so bossy.
Come on.
Can you ask your dad to come and get that garbage, please, so that I can get out?
Nope. Well, I already took it. Jeez.
Uh-oh, you guys are still going. You're still going. You're still going. Sorry, I thought someone won. I wasn't paying attention to you. You're getting no love out of me. Well, Walter yells at me. I thought I was done. I was like, I'm just going to write your name down. But no, you're going to fight it out. Oh my gosh, how does this go? You know who this reminds me of? Have you ever watched The Cleaning Lady? It's a good show. It reminds me of her sister. It's kind of violent, though. But it reminds me of the sister. So we're going a whole bin. The whole kit and caboodle. And I was ignoring you for the child. This is all they've done all night is interrupt. Oh my God, what did I drop now? More paper. All right, going to a lot of Sparkles. Oh. Did you hear my story yet today, Sparkles? You just got yourself into the club. Congratulations. Nice fight. Thank you, ladies. Did you hear my story today about the bird? It's not funny, but I put it in our stories. So I was in the car. I pulled into the driveway after looking for my son. And I'm like, what is that? I think it's a bird. And he's plucking something. It was white looking. So I'm like, is he plucking a pillow? It couldn't be a pillow. What is he plucking? Birds don't eat other birds. So eventually I got out of the car. And I think it's a hawk. It's in our Instagram stories. This is at utah.com. I think it's a hawk. It was letting me come really close, which is slightly frightening because it probably could poke my eyeballs out. And it couldn't care less about me. And it continues to pluck. Now I'm looking and it's somebody's fur or feathers. And it's moving. So he's now violently plucking the fur and feathers out of another creature. And it's alive. And I feel bad now. I'm like, I can't even tell what he's plucking. So this could be someone's pet. I don't know. It's definitely not a rat, so I'm going to feel bad for it. So, because I wouldn't feel bad for a rat, I'm going to be honest. So, not going to feel bad for a rat, but anything else. So, there's white, and I don't know if it's fur or feathers. So, I start yelling at it like a lunatic. Could pluck my eyeballs out, but it didn't care. So, I took the hammock and threw it down to vibrate the ground and yell at it. Now it's mad at me, looks at me very angrily, picks its prey up, and flies away with its prey. Left all the feather fur on the ground, which is never going to go anywhere because this is Utah and it rarely ever rains here. But at least I'm not going to have a dead carcass to look at. And it's right next to the trampoline. I'm so disturbed. Just to let you know, I'm very disturbed because now I have to look at these dang feather fur all over my yard, which is probably never going to go away because it never rains. That fur feather is going to be there forever. Admit it. It's never leaving because it never rains. And I don't know. I don't know what it had. I don't want to touch it. You rake it up? I don't want to touch it. But, like, if I hadn't done that, I want to, I feel sad that I couldn't save nature from killing nature. But still better than having the carcass on the grass. Let's be honest. Still better than the carcass. We're planning to move sometime between now and July. We're still going to have to go out there to clean up our stuff and get it out of the yard. And if we don't figure out somewhere to go between now and July, then we're going to have to work it out with the landlords and re-sign the lease. And they probably aren't going to fix anything that we asked them to. And they threatened us this winter that they will not fix their furnace again the next time. So that's a big concern for us. It was like this. It was like this. I'm telling you, it looked like this. So I maybe it was a bunny. I don't really know. It's still really cold here. But I'm pretty sure it was a hawk. It wasn't that big looking at first. So, okay, this plays music, but it kicks back. So you're on your own with it. It's old. It's a mouse. I'm afraid of mice, so it's not allowed to stay here. It plays Take Me Home Country Road. If you could get it to work.
Mom.
I don't know who Mom is.
What chicken do you need?
It's a bag of frozen.
There's 2 types of chicken.
You want the honey one. He's cooking dinner. The 10-year-old is cooking the dinner. He made us lunch today, so now he's cooking dinner. But the 2 of them are up there alone. I've changed my name. I did that all the time when I was a teacher. I used to tell them, I'm sorry, I changed my name. They're like, well, what's your name? I can't tell you that. If I told you my name, then I would have to change it again. So I'm going to stay content with the new one, and I'm just not going to share. Not feeling sharing today. You didn't share with me, I'm not going to share with you. Not sharing. Jessica Simpson, really soft, fluffy scarves. It's a scarf. Scarf? It's a scarf. I taught pre-K and kindergarten for 25 years. There this one goes. Well, I taught 3 to 6-year-olds for 25 years. When I retired, I took other people's infants and toddlers in my own home. I thought that would be a great idea, and they could play with my son. It was the worst thing I've ever done. It was terrible. Don't ever do it. People are even worse in your own home than they are at the school. And that's when I found selling clothes, and I started selling LuLaRoe in my home. And we are now 9 years into selling our own things. These are, but I sold things before when I taught. I owned a store. I owned a collectible and non-sports card store, sports card and non-sports card store. I sold antiques. I did appraisals while I was teaching. I used to have like 2 jobs at once. Okay, there goes this one. These are little cake people. These are from Applause, 1995. 1995 Applause cake stand Looney Tunes. A whole bag of Looney Tunes. You don't have to put them in a cake. You could do whatever you want with them. They're yours when you own them. The sky's the limit. All yours. If you want those sports cards, let me know. I will happily run the sports cards for you because I thought they were all gone. All right, this is Cracker Barrel Peace and on Earth. This needs to be wrapped really well. So, it is not light. I have to add money onto it for the amount of wrapping he's going to have to do because your post office hates you. They hate everybody. There you go. And it's got to go on its own. There you go. It's beautiful. It would go really nice with Jamie's Christmas stuff, but I think she left. Pretty sure she left. Okay, this is the handlebars. This is glass. It's a tray. It's a glass tray. Glass tray. And these are where the handlebars go. They go right here on both sides. The handlebars are back there because it's brand new. Galaxy glass tray. Oh, got another wig for your bin. Here you go. Have the wig. Another wig going in your bin. I hope those are the last of the wigs. Okay, every time I think it's the end of the wigs, more flipping wigs show up. It's like they come out of the wood, literally out of the walls around here. Okay, I've got a whole stack of digital picture frames. As is, you're going to get all of them. The whole stack over here of digital picture frames. And here goes the entire thing. You're going to get all of them. I'm going to go scoop them all up for you. Digital picture frames. I just got to get a bin. Here goes all of the digital picture frames. Let's see if I can get them all into this bag. All the digital picture frames are going to you, my dear. Thank you. Another one. There's some mat. Here's a stand. There's some more. Here's a cord. Here's another one. Here's another wig. Okay, here's your bag, my dear. Thank you. Oh, it's probably underweight. He's probably going to yell at me. Okay. I still have that cast iron pot that I found. Okay, this is definitely in need of love, but it's an old Batman thing. Anybody want it? Anybody want the Batman toy? There goes Batman. Okay, you gotta leave, Batman. Out you go. Let's try using that box to lift up that box. If you want the sparkle sign, the sparkly hustle sign, there it is. Let me know and I'll run it for you. You want the sparkle sign? Give me 1 second. Here goes the chicken. It's wood, so it's as is because it's wood, and wood is never perfect. Okay, it's a big chicken, a big rooster. Kind of sad that we're selling. I'll run the sign for you. Give me 1 second. I'm kind of sad that we're letting the rooster go. Okay, we're getting hustle for you. You just want the hustle one, right? There's the rooster. Hustle. $5. There you go, my dear. Hustle running. Hold it here in case anyone tries to steal it from you, because I paid no attention earlier. I swear earlier it said like you won. So I was like trying to deal with the distraction and that. Have you guys ever gone live before? So your family will ignore you, generally, until you press a live camera button. Then suddenly they will need you. They will make a lot of noise. They will constantly decide to interrupt. They will begin calling you on the phone. They will have arguments, fights, all the things, all the things. And I've learned with a teenager, it happens the most because they feel you're live. So you probably will do whatever they want just so they will hush and walk away and not cause a scene. But I've now been live for 9 years, so I'm now at the point that I'm like, make a fool of yourself. I don't care. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Make a complete ass out of yourself. I don't care. Knock it out of the ballpark. Ass it up. Don't care. But he keeps trying. Don't know. He keeps trying, you guys. I keep thinking like he's gonna figure it out, right? That I'm just gonna like whatever. Brand new, dream big. Oh, it's so cold. Oh, it's like so cold. It's crazy. This is brand new. It's Kathy's Primitive. There you go. Brand new Kathy's Primitive. Anybody want it? What I have behind me is all that's left. We've been getting very strict with him though. We now have been picking him up wherever he is. He's not enjoying it. He's like, why won't you just leave me alone? And we're like, no, we're done. We're done with that game. We're done. Now we're making you come home. We're making you do things. Okay, this is a 2XL. It has a little lotion or something from the bin on it. But I figured it's brand new and you need to clean things when you get it anyways. So you clean it. You love it. It's your fur coat. Okay, there goes your fur coat. Anyone want a brand new furry looking faux fur coat? Very minky soft. Soft.
Dinner in 5 minutes. It's gonna be ready.
Well, thank you, Chef Walter.
I definitely cooked it all.
Did you? Did you make sauce too?
No.
You have to make sauce to go with your raviolis. Better go back. Please be careful before you knock that over. Stop. Stop.
I'm not gonna knock anything over.
It's sliding, so I'm asking you to stop. Go make the sauce, please.
I'm gonna whack you.
Okay. You know, you guys, I drove around for an hour looking for him today. But all of a sudden, once I've gone live, now it's all he wants.
You never came looking.
I did. I drove all over the neighborhood, all around your school, everywhere.
Guess what? I was in activity days.
Okay, but I was looking for you and your phone wasn't working.
Because I shut it off so it wouldn't vibrate.
Well, now you're in trouble for this, and you didn't let me
I
know.
was in the activity day.
Okay, but I was driving around for an hour looking for you.
Why? Why?
For some reason, I like you.
Can we not go? Why didn't we go to the activity scene?
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're like singing at Bobby that you got invited to.
I didn't get invited to anything.
Yes, you did. But you had to bring turkey or something.
That wasn't for me. That wasn't for Mommy.
What was it for?
Probably the teenage girls.
You could have gone.
Thank you. No, I'm not invited. It wasn't for
Then
me.
why would you bring food?
Because I wasn't invited. You're not.
Why would you bring food if you weren't invited?
I wasn't invited, so I didn't bring food.
Did they ask you to?
No.
Somebody asked you to bring turkey.
Nobody asked me to bring turkey.
They asked you to bring something.
They didn't ask me to bring anything.
Yes, they did. The sing at the church for young women and men's.
I don't have any young women in my house.
You have young men.
I wasn't asked to bring anything. My young man doesn't go. Okay, these are TC. These fit extra large to 3X. He's determined. Like, if he really wanted me to do something, he should have called, right? These are capris. They have pockets. Extra large to 3X. Conversations with a 10-year-old. I'm telling you, it goes on and on. We had to do a project today, a 500-word project about his favorite ancestor that was a Utah pioneer. So if you don't know this about us, we didn't know who our family was until about 3 years ago because I'm adopted. And then we were able to find out that we have a very large family history and ancestry because I'm an odd person, one of very few people who has ancestors from the Mayflower, but even more rare, I have 17 Mayflower relatives, which is super rare. And so it makes us related to most of you. So we were able to pretty much pick any pioneer we want. And he picked a very famous pioneer for Utah, but I told him we have to leave all religion out of it. So we had to sit there for an hour coming up with all the reasons why he's important and helped Walter's life today. It had to be typed. We started with Walter typing it, but I finished it. But it's in his words, but we had to research it. So it was an interesting thing to do with a 10-year-old. I had to teach him all about things. It's very frustrating for a 10-year-old because he's just focusing on what the person did for sports. That's all I cared about. What did he do for sports? And I'm like, okay, but you have to talk about what he did for Utah, and that's a little more than sports. And he can win money. It's like a contest. So I'm like, you got to do more than just sports. You're picking like the most famous pioneer for Utah. You have to do more than sports. They literally created the state. You have to do more. They're the first governor of the state of Utah. You have to do more than sports. So it's about an hour. So this is why Brad has to print it, because Brad didn't print it at work because the printer wasn't working. Okay, pockets. It's a capri. You missed that. The older one doesn't let me do anything with them. So it was Walter does everything. So for moving, Walter has said he's fine if we don't get him a bedroom. He'll put all his belongings in the family playroom. If we just have an extra room for that, because he's still never leaving our bedroom. He now has a bed in our bedroom. I'm trying to relocate him from the bed, so I brought in his mattress. Now, I'm though come to the reality that they're only little once, and we all live a short amount of time in our bodies here on the earth, and then whatever happens to us. So at this point, I'm like, whatever, life is, and he's gonna grow up, and then he's gonna be like, I'm gonna miss it, like Grover. So I'm just letting him do whatever he wants now. Okay, that's fine. So the house that we put in the application for, that's what would happen. It has like a huge room in the downstairs, and he could have like half of it to decorate and put all his toys and his stuff, and he'd make a closet out of the closets, and we could put his bunk bed in the corner there because he's never going to sleep in it. Not right now. Okay. This one is a garland, tinsel garland. Tinsel garland. Anybody want this one? I will only tell you places that we are considering moving when they get denied.
Dinner's ready.
Okay. Well, it's time
Well, you have to come up now.
Thank you.
And guess what? I can cook with both of my hands.
You cook with both your
Like,
hands.
I can cook with left and right.
He can cook with left and right because he's a lefty.
And I'm special because of that.
And what?
I'm special because of that.
Yes, you are special.
Most people can't.
No, you're right. Most people can't. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm coming back live while Brad is bringing the shop downstairs. I might come back tonight. Otherwise, I will see you guys for Thursday. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. And I might come back, which is why you should always bookmark all the things that I have up. I will see you guys later. Have a good night.